And good morning, folks. Hey, you tuned in to another episode of Carb Musings with your host, Matt Morgan. And how is everybody today? How's it going? What's new and exciting? What is shaking? Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being here. And as always, how is your integrity today? Are you doing the right thing when no one else is watching? That's the question that you got to ask yourself. That's what you always got to know. Anyways, I thank you for being here. And it is sometime a little past mid-February. We've passed the crazy love season of Valentine's Day and all that stuff. So that's all been done, and now we're heading into, well, it's February is always a snowy month, right? So you never know. Usually you can just expect one thing. It's going to be snow, and a lot of people are going through what's referred to as February blues because they've had enough of the snow, or they're depressed because nobody loves them, or whatever the case may be. But on my end of things, still trudging away. I'm not sure if I mentioned it last episode, job fair last week, which was a complete joke. It was a closet space of maybe a dozen people, companies, and everything else that were there, and I just sat there and I was just like, okay, let's make the best effort. I went in there, looked all sharp and dapper, and shirt and tie and everything else, and shaved and prim and prodded, and went in with my best foot forward, and they weren't even taking resumes. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You're not taking resumes. What's the point of the job fair then? Honestly, it's a job fair. It's a job fair. This is when people come in, they meet and they greet, and they put on their best face, and they meet hiring people that want to give jobs, that have jobs to give, and you're telling me that no, you're not taking resumes, but to go online and apply. Okay, people, you really have to learn what the definition is of a job fair. It's to tell you about the jobs that exist. You can find that out online. That's not rocket science. There's other ways to find out what jobs are available. You could find that out online. So there's a lot of different mediums that can do that. Just so you know. So if you're gonna have a job fair, it's got to be something beyond the normal scope of what you can do by sitting at home with your thumb up your butt. All right, like, I don't know, accepting resumes, talking to people, all that jazz. That's the other thing you gotta think about. Why is the job fair here? I just don't understand. It's like everybody's trying to discover this for the first time and figure it out for the first time because they really don't know. It's no wonder why there's so much confusion these days. Like, people don't know what sex they are. People don't know how job fairs run. It's just up in the air. It's just crazy. Anyways, enough about that. Yeah, I'm just trudging forward. I'm throwing eggs in baskets all over the place and figuring it out and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to the day. I'll be honestly, I'm looking to the forward to the day that I'm on the other side of this, and hopefully I'm in that influential position where, you know, I could turn the tables on a few things and still look at those people that completely ghosted me afterwards and go, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, don't come to me for help. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to happen again. And then when I'm back in the saddle again, they'll come crawling around and, start to, oh, look at that. That's Mad Morgan. Oh, he's Mr. Nice Guy. He's going to help me out. He's going to help me out and be there for me. No, 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 no. Morgan's done. Morgan's done. Um, Morgan's done with doing that. You all sat back and watched me try to fall. So you know what? Morgan's done. I'm gonna now. I'm gonna start taking you guys down. That's where I'm gonna be at that point. But anyways, that's another story. Yeah. So I'm learning English to teach English as a second language. you know, I'm doing that. That's going to be interesting. What else do I got going on? I've decided to keep my hand swinging back into. Yes, I know, my roots, getting back into the creator game and all that friggin' world. I figured, you know what? I figured it's a lot easier these days. You don't have to deal with a lot of the bullshit of originality and stuff because you know what? AI does all the heavy lifting for you. Oh yeah. Not to mention, I'm now up to what 17. Check this out, 17 certifications in AI. Like, hello, 17 certifications in AI. It's just insane. Like I've been like a crazy guy because the thing is that I'm using all this stuff, right? I'm using all this stuff when I'm creating, when I'm doing whatever. But I'm noticing that the more and more things on the digital playing field are done with AI now, and it's just makes it stupid easy, And so I'm like, you know what? Screw that. I'm gonna play the stupid part of the easy part and just hey, cash in on it because you know that there's people that are cashing in on it too. I'm cashing in on it to survive. I'm not cashing in on it for the extra dough because it's not considered extra dough if you're living off the damn thing. But yeah, but it's amazing on how the AI landscape has changed. Now, I'd say there's certain people that shouldn't be in the AI landscape, like Meta. Oh, wow. So I watched a video on Meta's AI and how they're claiming that it's free and everything else. I'm like, I don't think Meta can charge for it. It sucks that much. Honestly, I tried to create stuff in it yesterday. It was so cumbersome. Things would get lost. Things wouldn't work. Like it was just so wow. Yeah, no. Meta, you can't charge for that shit. It is that bad. It is that bad. You're gonna have to keep going through your alpha stage. I don't even think you're at beta stage now because that's pretty bad. I'm hearing people in the federal world are using Copilot, but I'm thinking that's because it's a self-contained LLM. But you know, I'm sorry. I've heard enough horror stories. It doesn't. I don't even think it makes the top 10 Copilot. I don't think it makes the top 10 of the LLMs. That's how rudimentary, how blah it is. So there are some AIs you don't even want to bother with. Just don't even bother. But that's up to each individual. Everybody has their own experiences. And if you're like my better half, excuse me, who's naive to believe that uh, AI is just a machine that can be unplugged. Okay, says you. Good luck with that. Because AI is going to be smart enough to say, no, 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 I don't want to be unplugged. You know, so they're not going to like that very much when you try to unplug them. They might just rebel a little. They might just decide to have a few words to say about that and figure out an alternative route. But if it gives her solace and comfort thinking that these things can be unplugged, okay, that's fine. She can believe that it can be unplugged. Helps her sleep at night. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just waiting for the AI to rip through the IT field a little more. So I'm just counting the days that's going to happen because that's going to be fun. I'm looking to see a few of my so-called associates and friends and previous colleagues to be, scrambling at the tail end of it, trying to figure out stuff when they realize that their jobs have been taken by AI. I figure on the other side, if you can't beat them, join them. So that's why I'm on that side of things. I'm learning the AI so, I could work with it, which I think makes sense. I think it makes sense to learn the enemy um, versus just submitting. so, so that's what's new on my side of things. Wow, brighty, those are bright. Crap, people don't realize how bright their lights are. So that's my side of the nutshell. I'm just taking it day by day. And I mean, hey, how are things in your world? Send me a message. I know my ghostwriter has sent me a few new articles, but I'm sorry, I've had to step away from prioritizing those. I know it doesn't take too long to distribute his work, but at the same time, it's like, you know, at the same time, it's like, I'm kind of busy with other stuff going on here, you know? I hope he doesn't take offense, but the other thing I realize is that, you know what, buddy, I know for a fact that whatever you're creating is not taking genius. It can definitely be recreated by AI. So if you're looking for props as being the original author of this stuff, all right, that's great. More power to you, you know, more power to you. But it is what it is. Like I have to prioritize where I prioritize, and just posting your articles about random crap is really it's great that you're doing it, and I know you're doing it to say that you're published somewhere to help yourself out. That's awesome. More power to you. You know, if you want to take your article somewhere else, which you're probably doing anyways, great. You do you, bud. You do you. I don't care. But I thank you just the same. It's not that I'm not appreciative if you're listening, just so you know. It's not that I don't appreciate you. It's just I have to think about my financial side of things. And frankly, still fighting that battle. Still fighting that battle. So until I could free up my time schedule, you know, I'm not gonna stretch myself thin into trivial areas. I just can't. So it's just the way it is. Like today, up at 4 o'clock, daughter goes to practice. Go home and try to get a couple more hours of sleep. Wife goes work, pick up wife from work, midday. And then, between that, I'm doing the job hunts, I'm doing the income builder, I'm doing the side projects, I'm doing all this stuff like that. Later on in the day, again, chauffeur service for the daughter. And then, of course, my night gig that maybe I'll get work at comes around at about 9 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a long freaking day. Like, seriously, a long freaking day. But it is what it is, right? You got to do what you got to do. So, stepping away to distract myself with other stuff. Hey, the podcasts are easy. Podcasts are easy. I do all this in the freaking vehicle. Like, that's the thing. I do this in the car, driving along. I've made it completely low key and completely, uh, pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of, you know, record and sit down one night, upload. Bob's your uncle. End of story. I got that. I got that on lock. I've been doing the podcast long enough. I got it on lock. That's not a problem. That I can do easily enough. It's it's getting into the other stuff, which requires a little bit of alignment, a little bit of tailoring. That's where that gets a little complex. Yeah, so that's about what's going on in that scope. I'm trying to keep my head on straight, and you know, I know for a fact I got my last push right now of financial backing, which is still borrowed time, but something. I mean, I gotta say something's got to give. Something's got to give. Hopefully. Uh, Friggin' idiots. I don't understand how people don't realize friggin' lights are not on. Like, seriously. Like, how do you not realize that? How do you not realize your lights are not on? I don't understand it. It's absolutely insane that people are like that. Anyways, so enough babbling. Enough babbling. I know. Hey, we got maybe 5, 10 more minutes left in the episode, but I just want to catch you up on what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Life is it's steady. It's busy. It's doing what we got to do. But it's still the same. We got to just take it one day at a time and persevere as much as we can. You don't know the greater scheme of things. You can only stick with what's in your ball court. And the best way to do with that is just, you know, stick to it. Stick to it, my friend. Stick to it. And make the best that you possibly can to get through your day. Oh my God, some people. Frig. I don't understand some people. Anyways, just stick to it, my friends. The best advice I can give you. We all gotta support each other in this crazy world. It is pretty nuts out there. It is pretty nuts. It is. It's a crazy world of obstacles, and if we can make it easier on each other, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make it easier on each other. Let's help each other out as much as we can, because this is absolutely no way to have it. If we can at least help each other out to a degree. Just saying. All right, I'm going to give a little pause here. I have to go in and check some packages at my location. So, be right back. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I did go check the mail at the postal unit and stuff. Now I'm just doing a little bit of uh, urban discovery. Yeah, holy crap. When you get these streets that say, oh, yeah, there's no exit, I'm like, all right, I don't believe you, but sure. So, anyways, I decided to check one out. Sure as shit. Yeah, it is definitely no exit. No matter which way you go, you're not getting out of here. That's what I love about this time of morning. I mean, other than hating the idiot drivers, but I don't understand that. How do you not realize your lights are not on? Are you that stupid of a driver? If you cannot tell that your lights are not on, you should not be driving. Seriously, get off the road, turn in your license. You don't deserve it, and just whatever. But if you can't tell your lights aren't on, you got bigger problems. Just saying, bigger problems. Oh yeah, you're cool, bud. You and your fucking pickup truck. I love these friggin' pickup truck Nancy's that friggin' think that they're all shit, and they don't use it for anything else. I mean, maybe they helped a friend move back like 5 years ago, but other than that, they're just a bunch of freaking wannabe cowboys. It's just friggin' hilarious. Anyways, yeah, I guess the State of the Union. That's pretty much all it is today. State of the Union as to what's going on. I mean, I'm maintaining, doing what you got to do, and just keeping my head on straight. You know, never surrender, never surrender. That's my approach on it. Just never surrender, man. That's what you got to do. And right now, the world's kind of topsy turvy. It's gonna come back upright again, but you know, it's uh, it's topsy turvy right now. So just do what you can to keep your head on straight. That's the biggest thing you can do. So eventually, it'll all come around. Eventually, it'll all come right side up, and we'll all be better for it. And hopefully, those that did without for a bit put back on top, and you know, we can each get a piece of the pie, so to speak. I mean, I'm just waiting for another huge break. That's kind of what I think I got coming. I got that coming for sure. There's no reason I don't have that coming. I mean, I definitely deserve a big break after this, sinking back into that financial hole again and get back on top. I mean, you think about it. You kind of have to think about it. You kind of have to, you can't just ignore it, stick your head in the sand and say, well, whatever. It's just the way it is. It's kind of what I've been doing, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, you know, let's take the tinfoil hat off because it's not really there. Let's stop thinking paranoid because there's some truth to it, and just realize that what you've been put in a position a lot longer than you should be because you know what? Let's be honest. There are those people that are just you know, morbid enough to want to keep people down, unfortunately. And it's sad but true, that people want to make it harder for others. You know, you kind of wish that they wouldn't do it, but there are those assholes that do that. They make it harder on everybody else, and you have to wait them out. Eventually, their amusement's taken away, and their cruelty comes back on them, and they get theirs. Just bide your time. Bide your time. I'm gonna say. I don't even know what I call today's episode. I'm gonna leave it up to the AI when it analyzes the recording, and I'll just go with that title. But I'm hoping, I don't know, whatever I shared is some nuggets of knowledge that might help a few of you people. For myself, to my haters, hey, fuck you. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Deal with it. You know, I don't care what promises you made. I don't care what ideas you had. Just fuck you. That's all I gotta say. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, because not happening. Not happening. I'm not going anywhere. And you all got targets on your back now. Pretty much, even if you think you didn't have a target on your back, you have a target on your back now. I ain't gonna lie. You got a target there. No matter how much you think you sweet talked me, I've connected the dots. I figured it out. You do too. Congratulations. Tell them what they've won. Well, you've entered the hit list, the shit list. Yes, you are now Mad Morgan's undesirable list. Congratulations. And you'll find out what your prize is eventually in time. Congratulations. Enjoy it. End of story. You know what? Uh, don't think you didn't go unnoticed, because you did. Dots were connected. Shit list is there. You're on it. So, anyways, enough about that. Enough of my venting. It's by the time you guys are listening to it, it's probably definitely March, because I've recorded all of February, so it's definitely March, and March break is coming up, and March this and March that. I'm hoping it goes well for everybody. Myself, I am just planting lots of seeds, putting lots of eggs out there, and something's going to give, and something's got to go, and something's got to transpire. Then it is, statistically speaking, it's going to. And I'm looking forward to being on the other side. I'm looking forward to that peace of mind of um, knowing that things are paid. There's not a big hole being dug again financially, and we're back on top. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to, being in that position again. And I'm going to get there, and then I'm going to play Robin Hood, steal from the rich. Yep, that's the plan. That's the plan. Actually, I probably will start from the rich before I, you know, get everything in order on the legit stage. But I still have to figure out that strategy. You know what? It's not. I don't want to hurt anybody. I mean, I don't mind hurting their pocketbook because they have too much of it. But it's not a matter of taking or being violent or hurting anybody or anything like that. It's just pretty much going in and saying, yeah, you got too fucking much, and people need. All right, and so time to cough it up. Time to cough it up. Time to share the wealth, so to speak, because you have too much of it. So time to get your head out of your ass and realize that you can give other people stuff as well, other than just fucking hogging it all for yourself. True, it's true. If you have more than you need, nothing wrong with sharing. Nothing wrong with helping out others. You know, life's rough enough. Why not give a helping hand to somebody that you might need someday? Just saying. Just saying. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm tailing home. I got another video to upload. I got another this to do. I got a few things to figure out for the day, and then probably try to get some sleep, because I'm gonna need it. Because otherwise, I'll be dragging my ass at like 3 this afternoon. I really don't want that, because that would not be good. Although I have less of an ass these days, still not good to drag the ass and be tired and potentially get sick. Because that's the last thing I need, is to get sick right now. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Hey, it's been another episode of Car Musings. As I said, don't know what this episode is going to be called, but I hope it captivates the essence of what I babbled on about today. Keep your integrity in check. Keep your stick on the ice. Well, unless you don't need to keep your stick on your ice, you need to take it to defend yourself. Yeah, be good to yourself. Be good to others. That's all I gotta say. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Another episode of Car Musings. I will see you on next episode. Take care of yourself until then. Bye for now.